Today, we will be going over the do's and don'ts of taking art commissions, and there's a lot, but I wanted to narrow them down for you so you can just get like the overview of what you really need to be making sure that you're focusing on and you don't do and do both. Hey guys, my name is Trinity and I am a visual artist, and I am here to share my experience with you guys as well as any tips or insight that you may need within your art journey. Always take a deposit. I don't care if they're your family members or your friends, just make sure that you always take your deposit, because you never know, something may come up and you've already planned to have that artwork completed. So let's just say you've already done the drawing, but your friend is like, oh, well, my car broke down and I'm actually gonna have to wait on that drawing, but you've already committed your 10 hours to it. How are you gonna get paid? Yes. So when I do my deposits, I usually just do a 50% of the total price. So that can change depending on the type of work that you're doing. Maybe if you have like a bigger commission piece, maybe you can do 30%. It depends on how you want. But I find it beneficial to do 50% so that my clients will know that this is a serious process, as well as if something does occur, at least I do get my money. Disclaimer, this isn't just for visual artists. This is also for people that just freelance in general. If you're a photographer, if you're a graphic designer, this is for you as well. These tips will apply for your businesses too. Second thing, which is really going to save you a lot of time, and I'm kind of guilty of still trying to get that together, but create an automated system. That can look like somebody sending you a message on Instagram and you send them a link to your art form for them to fill out. Let's say they just want a painting or whatever. They put that information in. Once they do that, then you can send a price quote over. This will save you a lot of time and a lot of text messaging. Just imagine. Hey girl, so I want to get this painting done. Oh, you do? Okay, what kind of painting do you want? I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe, I don't know, something that's big that can be on my wall. Okay, so these are what I offer. I have a 8x10, 10x8. Okay, so cool. How much do you charge? That depends on the type of picture that you do, and you have to make sure that it's clarified. All of that will be in that form. So all of that texting that you have going on, it's no need, baby. You could be spending that time making some content, walking your dog, feeding your mama, I don't know. But that is time that can be used in better ways. So I definitely recommend doing an automated system. Again, it doesn't have to be like DMing you, but make it something to where the person that wants to get into contact with you know how to get into contact with you, okay? So if you want to make it more straightforward, maybe just put it in your Instagram bio saying, if you want a custom painting, or if you want photography done, if you want graphic designs done, click the link below, or click this link right here. And that will definitely lead them and guide them into your process so there's no questions being asked. Third thing I would say is to charge extra for extra revisions. Usually for me, I do paintings and graphic design commissions. So with my paintings, I don't really give any extra revisions out because I'm already expected for the client to tell me what exactly they want in the beginning. So if you want a picture of your dog, send me a picture of your dog. I don't paint dogs, so don't send me a picture of your dog, because I can, but I'd rather paint people. So make sure that you allocate your time. You don't want to be spending 20 hours on a project, but you only get paid for around 5 hours. Okay, that won't make sense. So just make sure that you choose how you do your revisions wisely and be fair to you and the client when it comes to charging them. Also, another tip, if you want to figure out how you should be charging your revisions, I would say by your hourly rate. So your hourly rate, I will go into that later in the video, but that can be a good starting point when you're trying to figure out how much you should charge. Next thing is you should be keeping track of your hours. Now, I'm guilty of not doing this in the beginning, but it bit me in the butt, because when it came to me trying to figure out how much I should charge for my painting or for my logos, I didn't know how much time it would usually take me. So it's best to keep a little track log on your phone or in your writing pad, whatever you want. Keeping a track of your hours will help you to pinpoint your prices. So let's just say I charge $50 an hour, okay? And a painting takes me, let's just say 10 hours, right? I need to be paying myself at least $50, yeah? With no revision prices included. So if I keep track of my hours, I'll have a better idea of the price quotes that I can give my client. And so they will know the baseline prices for my work, and I will be confident in it, because I don't want to just be throwing out numbers and maybe charge too low or charge too high. You want to make sure it's fair for both parties at the end of the day. Also, I find it easier to keep track of your hours by either watching YouTube videos while you're working. I do podcasts. I watch and listen to podcasts when I'm doing my work. And at the end of my session, I can look at those videos and see how long I've been watching them for. Because if I have a stopwatch, which I used to do, and just do it by that, I will forget to press stop. The stopwatch will be going on for a whole month and I wouldn't know. So this is just a tip that I do, but I would go on YouTube, just watch some random podcast or some that I like, and then at the end of my session, I would then look at those videos, see how long I watched them for, and then I'll put that into my time log. So just a tip: communicate effectively. If you do not communicate effectively, you and your client are going to be lost, and it's going to be a big headache. Okay, we don't want that. We want to get our stuff done, and they want their stuff done. Okay, so make sure when you are communicating, it's always best to have a receipt through text. I don't usually put my fine print over a call, because I know we can forget details. And so if I do have a call, I would just make sure that I reiterate that through a text email, make sure that they're good with that, and then everything runs smoothly. And let's just say your client said, oh wait, I thought you said this was included. And you're like, no, I didn't say that. And they're like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, no, I didn't. How would you have proof? That's why you always send it through a text or email, something that they can look back on. And plus, that'll also be good, because if you are looking to just improve your skills or just improve the way that you're managing your tasks in the future, you can look back on that and do a quick audit so you can, get better at what you're doing. Make sure you communicate effectively. We don't want partial strides, okay? We all want to be genuinely listened to and understood. So make sure you do that. Now, moving on to the don'ts. It's a lot of don't, but I'm just gonna go over the main ones that I think are important. So the first don't that I have is, do not give your client your finished work if they did not finish paying the full payment. So back to the deposit, like we were talking about in the beginning. Okay, boom, they pay their deposit. Now you're doing the work for them and you're on the last steps and the project is basically done. Make sure right before you send it out, or before they pick it up, depending on what you're doing. Like I said, I do painting. If they're picking up their painting, right before we get to that step, they need to finish their payments, okay? Because they can either, one, forget to pay you the rest of your payment when they've already got their item, or just not want to pay you the rest of your payment and feel like they're getting by it, okay? You don't want to be swindled at all. So make sure that you're getting your full payment. Make sure that they know that as well. Put that into that form document that you're going to create for your client if you're trying to do a automated system. So make sure you put that in there. They'll understand what the steps are and everyone will be happy at the end. The next one is, don't feel pressured to do work that you're not comfortable with, okay? So if a client comes up to you and they're wanting something specific that's out of your range, and let's say a lot of newer artists that don't really have experience in commissions kind of feel that pressure to just do it because it's their first one, right? No, we have values, okay? If they're wanting something and you just want to see if you can do it or not, go ahead, but it better be done right. Okay, so I would say, just for me, if I am getting a commission and it's out of my comfort zone or it's not in the type of style that I do my work in, it's a no. If you're asking for anime from me, it's a no. If you're asking for a cartoon drawing from me, it's a no. If you're asking for an abstract painting from me, maybe. But right now it's a no, okay? So I do portraiture and I do surrealism mixed with stylized portraiture. So whatever they commission from me needs to fit into that realm. Yeah, I don't paint dogs unless you pay me $1,000 or $5,000. I might consider. Moving on to the next one, make sure that you do not take on too many projects than you can handle, okay? You don't want to cause any burnout to happen with you, and plus you want to live your life. So if you're just working every day, trying to get like 5 projects out for the week, baby, kudos to you, but I ain't finna be me, cause no ma'am. Make sure that you're allocating yourself enough rest, enough time to see your friends, whatever you want to do, along with those projects. So if you can only handle 1 project a month, you do that 1 project a month, and make sure it's the best 1 project a month that you've done. Okay? Quality over quantity. I always say that. That's literally my motto. I don't care how many things I have, the quality of it is the thing that matters. Okay? So just make sure that you're giving your clients the best that they can have. Same thing with you. Make sure that you're giving yourself the best thing that you can have. If you know that working with this paint brand will be a lot smoother of a process, work with that paint brand, because that's going to save you time in the long run. If you know that using this app that you might have to pay a subscription for, like me, Photoshop and Premiere and Illustrator and After Effects, all of that. If you know that's gonna make you better, pay for it. Go ahead, because that's what money is for. Don't get me. But money is to enhance your life. It isn't just to be stowed away, unless you just want it stowed away. But I wanted to enhance my life, okay? So that's just a tip. I think I kind of went off topic. Did I? I did, but you got a bonus. That's what that was. You got a bonus, okay? You're welcome. It wasn't coming, but you got it, so. Make sure you don't take on too many projects than you can handle so you can live. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one. Maybe. Don't forget to sign your work. Now, this is really just for the painters out there, or not painters, for the artists out there that do like traditional artwork and also digital. You know, it's a whole realm of the types of work that you can be doing. It's a lot of possibilities. Don't forget, because in 50 years, they discover your painting and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a Rembrandt. You be like, no, that's mine. It's Trinix Arts. What are you talking about? And you don't have no proof because you didn't sign your work. So sign it. Yeah. Don't be like me and forget. I don't do it anymore, but I used to have to write down a sticky note on my painting to say sign my work, because I get so caught up in like finishing the details, and then once I'm done with the details, I'm like, we good. We ain't doing nothing else. But no, make sure you do that. Okay, so for the last tip, I'm gonna say make sure that you always provide a feedback form from your client. Okay, I don't care if it's a small project. I don't care if it only took you 5 seconds to do. Make sure that you provide a feedback form just so you can improve as an artist, because you're always looking for some type of critique. Doesn't necessarily have to be a negative one, but you want to know what you can improve on and what you did well on, so that you can continue to grow in communication, in your art, in your management, in everything. Okay, so make sure that you just provide a feedback form. It doesn't have to be long. It could be like 5 questions, maybe just 1 question. Be like, did you like your art? And they'd be like, no. So either way, just make sure you provide a feedback form and do the best that you can do. Okay guys, so if you like this video, make sure that you subscribe, and I'm going to be sharing more content like this, as well as some tutorials and drawing and, you know, all of that good stuff. So if you have any questions for me, drop that in the comment section. Also, if you're an artist and you do take commissions, give me some tips in the comment section as well, and maybe that can help somebody out that's just looking about. Okay, make sure you check out my latest video here or here, I don't know which side, and as well as follow my social medias. I will be posting behind the scenes content, videos of my paintings, as well as photos, and I will see y'all later.